Hey guys, since I just brought you how to 3-star th10 using HPHB video, I thought I would also show you some th9 versions of the attack. Talk a little bit about how to execute that attack on th9 level. First up, we've got Crawl. Crawl is, of course, our best attacker in the entire clan. I don't know why he's not leader. Little inside joke for my clanies. Alright, so Crawl's going to drop a 3-star on this number 22 Mina, 68,000, so not quite max, but pretty close. Not sure, honestly, what's not maxed. Bringing a fairly traditional HPHB composition, 3 healers, 3 pekkas, the 3 Valkyries that our clan seems to prefer as a modifier to having more hogs, 2 baby dragons to cut funnel, 2 archers, 2 whiz, 2 minions for cleanup or more funnel cutting, and CC bowlers. He's got 2 heals and 2 rages and 2 poisons. So taking a look at this base really quickly, heroes on opposite sides, but you could also imagine how if you clipped off the northeast chunk and killed the queen and the CC, that you could hog for a long time before you ran into the king. Well, there's not strictly a single hog lane like you might be looking for, because there are 2 wide defenses. There really aren't a lot of boxes with like 4 defenses in concentration. So fairly good for the hogs to run along and not encounter too many places where they get stalled out and get whiz towered to death or something. And then it looks like there's some opportunities on all 4 corners to potentially cut a little extra funnel. The easiest way to fail with HPHB is to have your archer queen go around, your bowlers go around, particularly the archer queen. And so easy funnel creation is really critical. Let's watch what he does. Alright, so super traditional funnel cut with baby dragons. One thing I noticed, you don't want to overcut, so you see he gets a little worried that he's going to cut too much. So he puts the pekka and the Valkyries down. This is just a little narrow as a funnel, but it works out. Rage gets everyone through. Still in the rage, CC comes out, boom, queen's down, poison down, and those witches and wizards have no hope against HPHB. So second poison goes down, king is tanked for the bowlers, and we'll pause. So this is pretty much your core smash that you want. CC's gone down, and you've gotten into the center, and your poisons and your rages are down, and now you need to start your hogs, and you have to decide a little bit on the fly where to start the hogs. So things you might want to think about when you start the hogs, decide where to start the hogs here is, where's your queen? And I actually can't see her in this moment, but I'm pretty sure she's over there underneath those healers. And where are your bowlers and your tanks? Is there somewhere where the hogs will be tanked and they can support the other player? Does the queen need help to pick off the box of defenses she can't get to that's going to stall her out, or pick off the healers or an air defense she can't get to? So you could really have gone either way, I think, on this one. He chooses to go in north, which supports the king and that team of bowlers who are about to kill the BK, so that gives you pretty much freedom for your hogs to run clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, so enemy BK down, as we discussed. Hogs pick off those 2 lone defenses without taking too much damage. He's running a lighter hog team, so you need to add the left of them. You need to be behind tanks. It's a great combo heal here. Let's pause it. Check out how he managed to catch the BK, his predominant tank for the hogs, in this heal spell. So he's got the heal hitting the hogs, he's got the heal hitting the BK, and if he gets a little bit lucky, maybe the bowlers will come over as well. I think he could have shaded that southeast and towards the center just a little more, but it's good. Okay. Yep, so if he'd shaded it, what I'm saying, if he shaded it just a little more at this union, as soon as that whiz tower goes down, BK moves over to that union. He could still be sitting in the heal right now, and I don't think it would have really cost Crawl much in terms of the hogs. Okay, so he's undoubtedly saving the second one for the bomb tower. It's not an end-all item, but it is hard for hogs or miners to go through it without a heal and not be kind of dinged up. Meanwhile, Pekkas have broken into the last box, and the Queen has worked outside, drops his cleanup troops on the northwest. Now, small mistake here, something I discourage. You put both wizards together. They step on a spring trap, or a pile of mini bombs, or a giant bomb, you lose both of the wizards at once. So I like to try and at least put them in sort of separate parts so they walk separately. Boom, there, gets lucky. Only one wizard gets picked off by the giant bomb. Now, it doesn't matter because he's got the queen, the king, 3 bowlers, 3 pekkas, and it looks like about 6 hogs. So it's pretty authoritative. And don't forget to swag the poison, Carl. Swag the poison? Aw, no swag poison. Anyways, great hit by Crawl. Good example how to dissect that base. Let's go look at his second hit. It's going to be pretty similar. All right, pause again. So you can see the comp is exactly the same. You know, some people might tune up or down the number of wizards and minions and things based on what you can or can't get. For example, on this base, I'm not seeing, because these archer towers are all on the outer perimeter of the base, I'm not seeing a lot of place for minions. But they work for cleanup, so that's fine. I personally prefer archers or wizards for cleanup because there isn't a lot of air bomb clearing going on with HPHB. You've got a couple of baby dragons who might have eaten a red bomb. Your healers might eat a few red bombs, but the chance of your cleanup minions getting picked off by red bombs, I might take archers instead on this one. If you can use them to cut funnel, then they're great. So, weird open style base. Personally, I like queen walking bases like this, but I kind of like queen walking every base, so that's kind of means nothing. Again, you can pull the CC through the queen, kill them both at the same time. There is at least some ability to get a funnel cut in a couple places with the baby dragon. It's going to be a little trickier than the previous base. And the hogs don't do you as much advantage here, obviously, because of the walls, so you're going to want to be really strategic about where you place them so that they eliminate defenses that otherwise your troops are going to have a hard time getting. Okay, so 2 baby dragons pretty close together up top. Be a little worried that they would cut everything, but as you see, it's a pretty darn good drop. He's got this chunk of bases. Now you wish that the baby dragon had gotten that hut over there on that side. I'm a little, personally worried about this kind of approach to funneling. You don't really want the archer queen to go the other direction, but it's tough on this particular base. So the poisons get really critical if your queen is going to separate. So he's got 1 poison down at the moment. Alright, so at this point you have a Pekka working with some bowlers on 1 box. You've got a healer with a Pekka and a DK in the center, and he's pushed the hogs in early. The beauty of pushing the hogs in early is they saved the queen, who was otherwise in a little bit of trouble, and now you have this huge box clearing crossbow that the queen carries coming in behind the hogs. It doesn't really matter when this is the way you sort of end up doing it, whether the hogs die or not. The key is for the tanks to stay in front of the queen, and for her not to end up off alone. On a base like this, these sort of boxes the queen can mostly reach one way or another. She can essentially clear the whole base given enough time and tanking. So in this case, she gets picked off by the Expo, but with 2 Pekkas and the DK left, it's fine. You can see how if there was a lot more of the base left and you don't have any bowlers, wizards, or the queen left, it's going to be really tough with these individual boxes to necessarily clear them. But with only a few boxes, it's not so bad. Again, I'm not sure why he's conserving poison. Strongly recommend that you throw the two poisons over the CC and the AQ when you take them together. If you're taking a heavier hog HPHB, like one with no Valkyries, one baby dragon for a skimpy funnel and things like that, then I recommend that you save the second poison for skeletons or the BK chasing the hogs. But with only 9 hogs, I think the poison is better spent to help kill the CC. Okay, so good example of how to improv and make it work, but maybe not the best example to face the HPHB. We've got one final one to take a look at. Here, yes, WCB. Yep, here we go. Okay, so West Coast Bias are the second best attacker in the clan. I don't know why he's not leader either. Is bringing HPHB against this th9 that weighs 67, so, you know, getting towards midweight, but still pretty heavy. He's modified it and is bringing 4 healers. It doesn't have the Valkyries. Let's see your analysis a little bit here. Well, we'll show you the funnel cut and then we'll do a little chat. Okay. So one thing you can do with HPHB that is useful is you can really kind of start with a queen walk. So check it out. Okay, the baby dragon cut the funnel and managed to get the queen kill with the queen. The BK is killed. So, you know, kind of a goofy base having the heroes exposed like that, but I'm surprised how often you see it. I think it's intended to be a trap. Like you think he'll easily clear them, he won't. So let's pause. So you see that he did this sort of mini walk, really, really tiny walk with the queen with the healers, and then pushed in his BK and Pekkas and bowlers. Now, since the CC kill hasn't happened yet, I personally would push in a couple of the wizards and save like 2 for cleanup. But not everybody does that. This makes me more confident that I'm going to have the aerial firepower to kill baby dragons. So here comes the CC. Let's check it out. We get a rage down, and sorry about that, guys. Dog distracting me. We get a rage down here, and our poison's on the CC. The queen went in, so, you know, as far as the charge goes, this is going great. 3 of the bowlers went around. It's not the end of the world. If they split, they all go around and die. It's kind of usually a bummer. Okay, second poison's a little late, but it's all right. Fortunately, the bowlers get smoked. DK is going to take care of the Tesla pack. Pekkas are breaking into the core. And BK is down because the healers have stuck with the Pekkas and BK separated. That's all right. The queen is tanked by the Pekkas, so that's working out great. Now the small hog team comes in northeast. It's really hard to get away with 9 hogs if you don't either tank them or have them go places where there are very few defenses to attack them. So by waiting and having not very many defenses left, those hogs can come in and pick off those defenses individually. I think he had hoped probably that they would stick with the Pekkas for most of their journey, but Pekkas have a mind of their own sometimes and have gone off to clean up the trash that's kind of not important. So no heal left for the final wizard tower. A little risky there. Can be a spot where your attack flops if there's a wizard tower in the last few defenses that smoke off the hogs, and there's, you know, a cannon and an archer tower, and all of a sudden they end up picking your troops forever. But as you can see, the hogs make it through the wizard tower. All of his Pekkas live because they're off there killing trash. So, you know, really nice small modification to make the funnel happen. Let's watch just the funnel again. Okay, so heroes on the outside, wants to kill them, wants to go in there. Baby dragon goes down, immediately aggro's on the queen. Queen goes down with the healers. Okay, so would this work if that was a PK30? Yes, because he drops the BK. With the queen alone, not so sure. Second baby dragon goes down just to make sure they go in where he wants them to. Probably could have done without that, but it's fine. And then begins the attack. So you can do a longer walk than that too if you need to. You could walk the queen several buildings. The risk is that the more time you spend kind of screwing around with that, then the better the chances of you getting clocked. Now, WCB had tons of time, so not really an issue. All right, loyal viewers, I hope that helps you with trying HPHB at the th9 level and managing to get your 3-star war attacks done. Thanks for watching.